channel. Today we're going to talk about Splunk setting up a SOC lab. Uh, yeah, so let's move on the Splunk deployment architecture. Okay, actually the deployment is very simple, but let's go through it so we have a deeper understanding of how to install Splunk. Basically, it's just in order to install Splunk on your PC or your system, you just have to type Splunk here on Google, and they have their own site here, Splunk, and there is an option to uh, download here. Yeah, you will go to trials and downloads, and we have here. Yeah, so basically, we're going to download the Splunk. Here we have Enterprise Edition, we have Observability, we have SOAR, and this is additional stuff like cloud platform, and we have Enterprise here. So if you want to install it on your PC, you most likely are going to download this one because it is you can install it on your hardware. And cloud platform, if you want to use the cloud, and once you install it on the hardware, you're supposed to download actually a forwarder. This one, okay. This is I think the one that we will use. Universal forwarder. This you have to install it on the PC where you want to forward the logs. Yeah, for example, you install Splunk on this PCA, for example, and let me show you here. I think I already explained in the previous. So you will install this on the PC where the logs are located. Like okay, so it will forward the logs to the server, Splunk server. So that's the way to install it. So the installation process is straightforward. You just need to have IP. It has to be on the same network, and you need to have IP. But let's go deep on the installation process so we can understand the theory as well before setting up environment. So yeah, this is basically it. We have forwarders. Splunk forwarders are lightweight agents that are installed in endpoints or servers to collect and send data to your Splunk instance. They are essentially in both small and large scale environments where events are spread across multiple systems. Splunk Universal Forwarders forwards raw data, okay, while the heavy forwarders can parse and filter data before sending it. Okay, so indexers, we have Splunk indexers are responsible for processing incoming data from Splunk forwarders, and in SOC environment, indexers make log data searchable. So yeah, just like I said, we've talked about forwarders. It's just responsible for sending the log, forwarding the log to the server, collects and sends it to the server. It's useful for small to large scale environment. And we have the Splunk forward. Yeah. So and then heavy forwarders, they can parse and filter data. Okay, parse means it will break the data into fields, right? Filter data before sending it. These are heavy forwarders. Okay, and Splunk indexers are responsible for processing incoming data from Splunk forwarders. Okay, so then indexer will receive it, okay, and process the data, and they make the log data searchable and available for analysis. When data reaches an indexer, it's parsed. Okay, so here is where the parsing happens actually, and transformed and stored structure called index. This allows us to efficiently view and correlate events across different sources. It is the purpose of an indexer, basically. So the search head in Splunk is what analysts interact with to run, search, and investigate log data. It sends search requests to indexers, and display the results to dashboards. Yeah, so the search head, we've talked about this in the previous videos. Like the search head is just a search field, basically. It's very straightforward, where you put your queries. Basically, it sends a search request to indexers. Okay, display the results through the dashboards, reports, or alerts. Also allows analysts to create visualization correlation to help identify. Yeah. So in this room, indexers and search heads role will be performed by the same Splunk instance. In a larger distributed environment, organization often use separate hosts for each role. Okay, so basically, in small deployments, you can have the indexer and the search head on the same instance, right? On the same host. Okay, but sometimes they put the indexer separate host and search it on a separate host on a big organizations. Splunk primarily performs, yeah, because uh, because because in large distributed environment, they for example, cluster of indexers to handle large data volume and one or more search heads dedicated to search on visualization tasks. Splunk primarily performs search time parsing in which raw data are stored as. Yes, fields are extracted during search. This provides flexibility to reinterpret data with reindexing but increases the load of the search head. Contrast elastic relays on partial index, parse completely index. Deployment server we have here. Managing few forwarders is relatively simple, but managing hundreds and thousands of them manually becomes challenging. Managing few forwarders is relatively simple, but managing hundreds and thousands of them manually becomes challenging. A few deployment servers is optional central point. Managing few forwarders. Okay. Splunk deployment server is an optional central management point for multiple Splunk instances. Imagine you have servers and hosts scattered across different cities. You can for location. Basically, deployment server is the server where you put your Splunk server. Okay. So, which part of the Splunk deployment architecture is responsible for processing incoming data from the forwarder? Obviously, it's the indexer, right? Part of your client's infrastructure includes hundreds of employees' workstation. Which Splunk feature would enable you to remotely manage forwarders on each system? I think manage forwarders on each system. I think deployment server, I believe. No? Or I think it's deployment server. Let's see. Mhm. We have Linux deployment. Splunk supports all major OS versions, has straightforward installation, can be up and running in under 10 minutes. Yeah, just like I told you, it's very easy to install. Okay, we don't even need to go through this whole lab, but I just wanted you and also we can understand the deeply. So typically, yeah, you would create Splunk account, download the latest installation. You're not expected to create an account and download Splunk Enterprise. That's the one that we will install. The one that I showed you here, the Splunk Enterprise here. Um, this one. And during, yeah, so that's about it. And the task will explore configuration, start machine, split screen. If Splunk stops at any point, restart the Splunk root as root few minutes. For convenience, already downloaded Splunk. Start the machine here. Splunk install. Let's begin by navigating to Splunk directory, switching over the root using tar command. Note: while you will use the root to manage Splunk in this room, it's recommended to create a dedicated low-privilege user account to manage Splunk services in another environment. The this is should necessary files in the system. Let's now navigate to this one. Create a new account and password. Accessing Splunk. Okay, so I'm supposed to use these steps right above the steps uh, to unzip Splunk installer. Okay, let me go ahead. This is actually how we will install it in Linux. So no problem. Let's try it out. Okay, it's also useful because you might be asked in a company like how to install it in the Linux um, environment. So let's install it and see how it works. I'm going to open a terminal here. First thing I need to do is go to CD here and go to this path. I think the issue is the space. No problem. Let me write it down. CD opt Splunk bin. Okay, there is no. Okay, I think we need to before we do anything, we need to make sure we. But it's already running, right? The machine is running, and I think it's already installed. It might be. Let's go ahead and see. I think we're not required actually to install it. But one second. Connect to the lab. Connect to the lab. Pressing start machines. Let's review. Okay. For convenience, the Splunk installer has already been downloaded, and Splunk installer is downloaded and placed in download Splunk directory. Splunk directory, switching over to the root, okay, using the tar command below, install the, okay, so, okay, I think we need to go ahead to the CD, uh, the path where the installer is actually located. It's here, CD Splunk. Then we have to, yeah, if we go to ls, it's going to show me the installer. We have the installer here, we have the forwarder here. So right now we will use sudo su just to get root permission, and we have tar, and this is it, Starting stack, the above step unzips the Splunk installer, install all the necessary binary files in the system. Let's now navigate to opt and start Splunk, accept, create a new file account. So let's go ahead to this one. Let's go ahead to this one. Okay, we're going to go ahead, go to the, yeah, tar is like unzip. It's used to, like WinRAR, you know, WinRAR, like it's used to zip, compress, or um, the, the files basically. Okay, once this is done, and yeah, it's just going to compress it and put it on this, basically on this path. And once this is done, we're going to navigate to that path. Okay, it's going to extract and put it there, and we'll go to this path. Okay, then we're going to start to install it. That's it. That's all. We'll use this command just to start it. Dot slash, and it's going to work. Okay, this is going to take a while, so I'm going to pause the video, so to save time. So now it's done. So the next step is actually to just navigate to that folder where the files, installation files, were extracted, and go ahead and start it. Start the Splunk installation file. Then accept license, and it's going to install. It's going to ask for administrative username. I'm going to type admin, and I'm not sure about the password, but let's see what might be the Splunk default password. I think it's empty. It's supposed to be Splunk default password. I think you're supposed to leave it empty. It does not have, yeah. So you're supposed to just leave it empty. So no need. No, you're supposed to enter the new password. Okay. So I'm just going to type password do not match. Okay, no problem. Let me just simplify it. Let me just keep it admin admin. So it'll be easy for us. Okay, so it's asking for complex password. So I'm just going to make it complex. So that's it. It's installing now, and to be available. So I think here we are done. We are going to access it now using the IP. Basically, this one I'm assuming we can access it using the IP. It's using the local host basically, and the port 80, 800, 8000. Or we can, yeah, or you can use this one also. It's all same. So you can just go ahead and do it. We open a web browser. Give it some time to take time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and paste the URL, and I'm going to be able to access Splunk basically. So that's it. So the questions here is, in which Linux directory typically used for add-ons or third-party software should Splunk be installed? It has to be on this, I think, dash off actually. Splunk should be installed on Linux dash off. Which port does Splunk web interface run on by default? It's 8000. So managing Splunk from CLI, now that we have installed, it's essential to learn some key components interacting with CLI. Yeah, we should go back to the path that Splunk is installed, then start Splunk using the command start. And this command is necessary to accept incoming data. So yeah, so basically now that we have access to the Splunk, okay, now we can, now it's already started, right? But let's say we want to stop it or restart it, you can just type Splunk here, start. That's it, and it's going to start. You also bootstrap command automatically starts whenever the device. Also, you can use this command. This is actually useful in production. You can just use this command to start the on boot. We have Splunk status. Let's try this one for now. And Splunk status is it's going to list for me the status of the Splunk. It's saying it's running on this process ID and stuff. Add one shot command used to add a single event in Splunk index. This is useful for testing, adding individual. Splunk search command used to search for data and Splunk index. Command can be used to search specific as well as complex search. Splunk help available here. Just a few CLI command. Using the CLI, which command would you run to search Splunk for the term coffee leaf? Okay, okay, we can use, you see what they're using here is used to search for data in Splunk index. This command can be used to search specific event as well as perform complex search. So we can also use this command to search from the CLI Splunk search, for example, coffee leaf. Okay, so just no, we have to use this. Actually, this is used to run the Splunk command. So we got this one. Basically, it's going to, you can search the events, the logs using this also command search, and help will view all the CLI commands. Okay. Yeah. And now using the CLI command, what command would you run to search? This basically, I'm going to run this one Splunk search, and I'm going to run, yeah, coffee, right? So which Splunk command would you run to get help? And this is actually Splunk Help with Splunk searches. I think search. No, okay. I'm supposed to use help like this and search here, right? Search. I want to try this command. It's very useful. Uh, Let me try this one. Splunk, help, and search. Yeah, it's going to help me what to identify which fields to use, which event, and index the commands that I need to use. Okay, Splunk Universal Forwarder. So configuring data ingestion, okay, is crucial in setting up Splunk. It ensures incoming data is properly indexed and made searchable for analysts. Splunk can receive data from a wide range of log source from operating system, web application, including text. In real-world environment, forwarders are installed in many machines, such as installing the Universal. You can check out the Splunk site to download Universal. Okay, yeah, I told, we can download the Universal Forwarder, okay, Linux. But for our exercise, I think they already put it on the same path it's available. If you go to the C download, I think here, yeah. If you go to this path, you're going to find it. There, the forwarder, go ahead and best navigate running root. Okay. Uh, Forwarder installer. Let's uh, go ahead from here and type to navigate to the CD downloads Splunk basically. No, 1 second. CD downloads Splunk. CD downloads Splunk. Let me go ahead and I'm not sure why it's not taking me there. Message file directory. Okay. Mhm, Let me. mhm. Uh, okay. I think we're not even in the root. Okay. I'm not sure how to navigate to this one. Let's see what we used before. To navigate to CD Blank, we use the here CD. Okay, downloads. I think I was doing the wrong. No, it's saying no search files or directory. Okay, because I'm in the root, yeah. I don't know. Okay, let me go to another terminal and see. Okay, we're supposed to do it on the here, yeah. I understand now. So let's go ahead and go ahead because it's already installed. If you type ls here, you're going to find it here, the forward for us. It's already available. So let's go ahead and type sudo su here from here, and we're going to extract it. tar tar xv zf splunk forwarder dot tgz dash c opt uh, opt yeah, Splunk forwarder uh, dash bin. Basically, we're going to extract it on this path. Cannot open a file. Let me just copy this one better. It's much easier to just copy this one and paste this one. Yeah, going to put it on this path, and as usual, we're going to go to this path, which is cd uh, opt forwarder, the opt path. But just let me pause it. So we just yeah, now we can go ahead and navigate to the path, the opt slash Splunk forwarder slash bin path, and we can go ahead and run the start the license, accept license. Administrative username, it's admin, and let's put the password. Yeah, and the same password as the forwarder. So what would you like to change the port? By default, it's actually 8089 the port, but we can change it if we want 8090. But the default, you can type yes here if you want to change the port. We can keep it 8090. Setting the management port, and it's going to open. Now we have Splunk and the forwarder up and running. Configure the log that was sent. That's what logs that I want sent over. So, what is the full command that's used to start the forwarder? This is actually usually start with Splunk and start and accept. Right? It is I think it's accept license. Right? Accept license, but you will have to do uh, license. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's correct. Basically, this is the command that we use to start the forwarder. Which port does Splunk forwarder run on default? By default, we said it's 89, right? Is it? Yes. Configure the forwarder. Now that we have installed the forwarder, it needs to know where to send the data, so we will configure it on the host end, send the data, and configure Splunk so that it knows from where it receives the data. Head to settings, click forwarding and receiving. Okay. You will see multiple options to configure both forwarding. We want to receive data from Linux endpoint. Click links, add new, receive data. Yeah, we have an option here, forwarding and receiving. By default, the Splunk forward instance receives data at no. Let's start here. Let's do it one by one. Let's go ahead and I'm here right now, right? So we will do admin here and uh, start with Not now, so let's go ahead. So this is basically the Splunk. Head to the settings. We will go to the settings. Here, let me minimize this one. The so we can have we can see the whole page. Here we have settings, right? We go to forwarding and receiving. Here you will see multiple options to configure both forwarding and receiving. We want to receive data from Linux endpoints, so click add new and the receive data. Here we will choose here add new receiving data, and we are going to go ahead and by default Splunk instant receive data from the forwarder on port 997. It's up to us whether you want to use the port or change it. But now it configures Spark to start listening to it. So keep it the same 997, the default, because this is what it will use to listen to the forwarder. So no, 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 it's a mistake. No, I think I can change it. Let me. Uh, it's okay. It's okay. No problem. Or delete it. Delete it altogether. No problem. We can just delete it and make a new receiving port, right? And choose 9997. Okay, it's 3 nines then 7 and save it. Okay, and all our listening port 997 is enabled, waiting for data. At any time you can return to this page, save it or delete configuration, keep it now for yeah. So creating an index, head back to the setting and click on the index option. Now we're going to do this, we're going to go back to the index. Okay, after creating forwarding and receiving port, now we'll go to index. Get a new index to store the data we want to receive. If no index is created and specified, Splunk will store the received data on the default index main. Okay, we have to create an index to store the data. The index tab contains all the indexes created by the user or by default. By default, Splunk contains internal logs used to monitor operation monitor, shows important metadata about index size. So right now we just go to new index here. Okay, add the index name Linux host. It can be anything, just host, but we have to specify the this one and go ahead and save it to the new index. Yeah, now just save it. You can just go ahead and save this one. Okay, now we will go to the forwarder. Same to configure the forwarder to ensure to send the data to the right destination. Okay, on the Linux host terminal, add the forwarder server using the command below. We're going to add the forwarder server. Okay, but the yeah, so but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and type this command. Okay, because this is my path, so I'm just going to go ahead and type paste this one, but I have to be inside the okay, let me go ahead and try this one. cd opt splunk forwarder, then no such file or directory, no problem. Sudo su. Okay, now I think we can go ahead and type the command cd opt Splunk. We're supposed to go to the forwarder bin, right? No such file in directory. Okay, now it's getting to my nerves. cd. Okay, so it should work actually. I'm not sure why it's not working, but okay. Mhm. Uh, I tried it here, so but I tried either even here. So okay, so I need to add this one. Okay, so to do that, I need access to this path root.offly. Okay, and okay, cd sudo su and cd. Let's try slash opt. Yeah, it's there now. Cd Splunk forwarder and cd bin basically. Now all I have to do is just copy this one, Control C, and paste this one. I'm going to add the forwarder here. I'm going to add the username admin, and I'm going to add the password. So we just put the forwarder. So if you notice, this is the port, the listening port that we put, and this is the IP of the forwarding to this. Okay. Now Linux log source. Linux stores all its imported log in var.log. Okay. Directly. In our case, we will ingest syslog files in Splunk into Splunk. All other log will be ingested using the same method. Okay, use Splunk add monitor command to add the syslog file to our newly created index. Okay, so now inputs. So we will just, if you go to, if you type ls var dot logs, you will see all the logs here. That log in Linux. Okay, so we care about syslog. The syslog that will be so to add it, we just type this one dot Splunk. Okay, add monitor var log syslog. No, actually, it's not complete. Yeah, we are supposed to add the index also, so it will know where to store the this logs. Linux host. This is the host that we created, right? In the in the Splunk. Okay, let me verify the name. The index that we created. Sorry, the index here. We created an index here, right? And we called it Linux host, right? Linux. Yeah, this one. Linux host. Okay, we just have to link it with the. We just have to specify on the forwarder, so it will know where to send it the logs, the Linux host here, and I think that's it, right? That's about it. Okay, I think I made a mistake on the. Let's see, no problem. Let's do it again. Let's see where was. Okay, it's on the index. I didn't. I have to put dash before the index. So no problem. Let me just go back to the index part, which I should be able to see here, but I'm not seeing. No problem. Let me go ahead and okay, no problem. Let me go ahead and do it again. I'll do it again. Okay, let me go ahead and add it here. Okay, I'm going to go and add it. I'm going to Yeah, I'm supposed to add the this one, right? I added the forwarder server. I need to add Splunk here. Dot Splunk add monitor var dot log dot syslog space index Linux host, and that's it actually. And click enter. One already exists. I think it's already created. Let me just copy this one and paste it here one time. Okay, I think it's already created. So the input, we can now look at input.config file to check our configuration. Splunk input defines what data Splunk should collect. You can manually edit input.config to specify new data source, modify existing. So we can go to path. It's under opt Splunk forwarder HC apps search and local and inputs.config. Yeah, so it's already there, right? Monitor var log syslog. So I think it's already added here. Yeah. So, but the index is not added. There should be an index field here. So this is not correct actually. So what I need to do is actually, I can just add this index equals to log. I can just open this one. Okay. Vi. Yeah, I can actually do that. One second. I'm going to add index dot equals to Linux host. It's much simpler to just add it. Vi. I'm going to type the control C here. I'm going to paste it here. Yeah, I'm just going to remove this one. Go back. So it will allow me to delete. I mean to edit. Okay, so I'm just going to click insert. I think it's insert if I remember correctly. Yes, and then I'm going to go down here, go to enter. Here I'm supposed to type what exactly, control V. No, once let me check what we're supposed to index equals to Linux host. So I can just go ahead and just go ahead and type it manually, no problem. Index equals to Linux host. This is the index that it should post to, then ask WQ. So it will save and quit. Now if we try to type our previous command here, you're going to see index mentioned. So using the logger utility, logger is built-in command line, add test logs to the syslog. We already monitoring syslog file, sending all the logs to Splunk, searchable by Splunk. So logger, this is just to test basically. So we're going to use this command to generate some logs. Basically, that's the purpose of this one. So let's go ahead and run it. Okay, and let's go ahead and check the syslog to see if there is anything modified here. So let's see, open the syslog here. The latest Coffee has the best practices. Yes. So now to confirm Splunk indeed is receiving your log, head to the search and reporting app, Splunk interface, search for this log. Okay, let me go ahead and check it. Let's just go ahead and check this one. Open the go to search and reporting. Type this one, index equals to Linux host. Skip the tower for now. The index equals to Linux host, and and Coffee Lee has the best coffee in town. So I'm just going to, you can keep it, no problem. It's telling me no results. Let me check all the logs we received from this one. Let's keep it all the time. Still no results. I think it's not ingesting it actually. Linux host is not getting anything. Mhm. I should be receiving this one, but I'm not receiving. So there must be a reason for this. Linux host, even though we added this one. Mhm. So let us go ahead and retrace our steps. Okay, let me go back to because the logs is there, but the issue is most likely here on the when we added the log. So let me go ahead and copy this one and do it again. It's not linked properly. I think cannot create another input with the name var log. One already exists. Okay, let me do something here. Let me go ahead and copy this one. Okay, I'm going to paste this one. I'm going to go back, type vi here, vi. So I'm going to click insert, and I'm going to go ahead and remove everything. I'm going to delete everything so I can do it again. Okay, ask wq. Yeah. So I can do it again. So now what I will do is basically try this command and restart again with the name versus log already exists on the list, even though I have removed it. How it is existing on the list? Let me see. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused here, but let me do something here now. Okay, I'm going to try to remove the entire file itself. Remove it. Um, okay, the file is removed now. If you go here, search input.conf, you're not going to even find it there. There is no such directory. Good. So now let me add this. Okay, the Linux host. Let me add it now. Let's see what happens. Okay, cannot create another file. One already exists. Uh, Okay, I think this has to be an issue with the because I'm using it on the same PC as the forwarder. Okay, so it's okay. Let's just skip it and we'll get back to it later on. Follow the steps from the above, but this time to ingest var auth log. Sort index that's the thing. I'm not able to link it with the forwarder. And let me check the let me make sure the forwarder is actually added because I'm starting to doubt that the forwarder is even added here. The name one already exists in the list. Okay, no problem. Let's go ahead. It's already present. Okay, let me go ahead and do the same step here. Not here. This one. But I'm going to do it with a different log. Uh, var dot log uh, dot auth dot log. Okay, we're going to change the path. Maybe this is the problem. Let's try auth dot log. It's added. Okay. What is the value of the source type field? Um, okay, since it's added already. So let me go ahead and to the yeah, we can go ahead to the path here. Open this search file. Yeah, the logs actually showing, but I'm not sure if it will show the text here. Let's go ahead and try this one because maybe it's actually working now. Let me try this search filter by this search. No, this one is not working. Mhm. Yeah, so this is not working. That's fine. Okay, so let's try the logs. Source type. The question they ask us is actually well, the next ingest log. What is the value in the source type? If you go to source type here on the sidebar, you'll see auth is the value of the source type. So the answer to this question is actually auth. Okay, the new username, the analyst, using the command add user analyst. Okay, and once created, look at the syslog event generated the Splunk event, creates the user creation and activity. What is the value of the process field when the new user is added? Let me go ahead and do that first. Let's go ahead and add this one. Add user analyst. Activity. What's the value of the process field in the new user added? Okay, actually, I don't know if it's changed or no. Uh, what is the value of the process field? Let me check if we have a process field here. Process. I think we have a process field. when the new user is created. Uh, because I think it's only ingesting the yeah, it's only ingesting the auth.log, not syslog for some reason. Okay. New password. Still, let me create a new password. No problem. Okay, let's just keep it on and any number, anything. Just type anything. Yeah, plus. So now it's added. Let's go to the next. Let's check the logs if it's 691. Let's see. 695. I think it's already created, but I'm not really sure. So I'm going to go ahead and check the old field here. We have something like process or something here that says process. No, it's not saying. What's the value of the process field when the new user is added? It's saying added here. Let's open it here. Uh, yeah. hmm I don't really see the process field here, so I'm not sure exactly where I'm supposed to find the process field. But yeah, I think it's because it's actually looking for. It's actually located in the syslog. The syslog, and the problem with syslog is actually it's not working for me. It's not actually monitoring syslog. Yeah, it's only monitoring the. But we can answer it from here itself, from the syslog. So the value of the process, if you mean the. Okay, let us go ahead and let me try to do it again. Maybe it will work. The add monitor. This one, Splunk, add monitor, uh, added monitor, right? So, but I want to do it on the other terminal, but I have to be inside the other terminal. So let's skip this question, no problem, we'll get back to it later on. Windows forwarding, so far we have successfully ingested native Linux logs from our host machine. Let's see what time is it now. Okay, and in real world environment, you may want to scale your monitoring setup to include events from additional sources such as Windows Server, firewall log aggregation, centralized collection, normalization, indexing of logs data, allows analysts to correlate activity across systems and gain a clearer view of potential mismatches. Our current lab on Linux, the following section. Say you want to send over logs from Windows host Windows specified IP address. Like on Linux, you can utilize command line to specify which is there. Let's go ahead here. طيب we monitor for Windows security log. Okay, we have here. We're going to go to this one. I think no. Okay, this is for Windows. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, no, I don't think we can do it because I didn't install it in Windows actually. How am I going to? Okay, this is just a forwarder. Add monitor. The same concept actually. You just have to add dash splunk.exe. Add monitor. You will go to this path. So you're just saying to add monitor to this path. Okay, index basically just you're adding the logs, which logs to be monitored. And we can see this one deployment server. You can turn your Splunk instance into a deployment server, allowing you to manage other Splunk instances and forwarders remotely. Yeah, enable deploy server. Splunk restart, heading back to the settings, data input forwarder, choose next. And we now see the Windows machine available host. Select it, give it to a new server class name, define Splunk server. Choose which log type you want to forward. Basically, it's the same idea here. You will just this is for to put it to turn your Splunk instance into a deployment server, so you can manage other uh, instances and forwarders remotely.
So
Allowing you to manage the Splunk instance. This gives us access to the managed forwarder via. So this is enable deploy server. Deploy server. Okay. Okay. And go to forwarded input. See the window machine available in the host column. It gives it to a new server class name. Select forwarder. You must choose which log types you want to forward. Linux. And finally, we can create a new index. Review it. Mhm. That would you use a Linux to enable Splunk instance as a forwarder? I think it's pretty straightforward here. You just use to dot Splunk and enable enable uh, deploy server deploy server and ingesting web logs, the Linux machine where we have Splunk. The Yeah, this is actually the Linux machine where we have Splunk running. Also hosts a local copy of their website, which is under development. It can be accessed via Coffee Leaves THM from machine. You are asked to configure Splunk to receive the weblogs to the website to trace orders. Coffee Online in the backend to track all the requests to our website. It's currently running on Apache. We can find the access log. We can ingest a var access. These are several methods transferring logs to this command line, adding data. Yeah, and choose monitor here and choose files and directory. Enter the path of the file you want to monitor, like this one. For reference, you can choose index to file once, but continuously monitor. Now we must select the source type. Click the source type. Mm, Select the web access combined. Mhm. We need to assign a name. Okay, let's go ahead and try this one. Okay, via this one from the VM. You're asked to configure Splunk.
السلام عليكم، ازيكم يا شباب؟
So let's ingest the logs. Let's open the Splunk instance here. It's not opening for me. Let me check the. Let me go to the history. Okay, and I think I'm going to be able to access it from here. Okay, so add data. We'll go to settings, add data, and skip this one. Files or imports on the Splunk platform instance. Click monitor. We'll choose files and directory. Here we'll configure this instance to monitor files and directory for data, to monitor all objects in the directory, select directories. So let's browse the directory. Select the source. I'm going to choose var and logs, and we're going to choose Apache as the source and access log basically. This is what we will choose. Next, select our source type. Click source type drop down, select web, and choose access combined. So next, source type, and go to web and type access combined. And we need to assign a name to the host value. Let's change the coffee web. Okay, next. We need to assign here the host field name. Let me see what we did here. We chose access combined source type, right? And we choose the here coffee web, something like that. And we can review and submit start searching or maybe monitor. So we're going to see that first. Yeah. Click next and click next. We can start searching now. You can have access to it all the time, and here I don't think we're going to be able to see. Used to parse and categorize which source type should be used to parse and categorize Apache access log correctly. Access combined, right? Access combined, combined. No, access combined. No. Again, just type combined here. Don't need to put any slash and stuff. After browsing Coffee site, which root field value has the highest count? Uh, that's the thing. This is not actually the coffee site. Actually, doesn't really work for me. Yeah, now it's working. Yeah. Mhm. cappuccino.png. So, oh, okay, we're supposed to get it on the Splunk, but Splunk is not actually giving me anything here. No, okay, now it's working. Okay, it only worked when I visited the website. So let's start answering the questions here. Field value has the highest count. Root field value has the highest count. I'm going to go ahead and type the account. It means root here. We have root value here. I think images, right? There is only one. For me, it's coming images. Images. What is the full URI path? The field value cappuccino.png. So to do that, I have to go to images. I think. I just increase the size here so it will be visible for all. So I have to choose images here, or URI path also will be able to get it from there. I have URI path field, and I can see cappuccino.png. It's supposed to be this one, I think. So you just copy this one and you just paste it here. Navigate to this. Okay, and check out the recent order and flag. Find the flag. Okay. Copy this one. Let me copy this and Control C. Go to here. List of recent orders and find the. We have the list of orders here, but let me click next. This is the flag. THM best coffee to in the town. Basically, just copy this one and paste it here. So I just have one more question. Right? How many questions remain to finish this lab? Just one. Create a new user account named Analyst using the command add user analyst. Once created, look at the syslog event generated by Splunk related to the user creation. What's the value of the process field when the user is added? Okay. So I think uh, let's go back to the index here. Let me go back to the index. Index. Go to the Linux host. Search. Uh, Let me search the new user, which is analyst. Analyst. Yeah, I can do that. Now that I have the analyst here, I want to know root to analyst. Changed shell. What's the value of process? So let me go ahead and type. Mhm. Uh, okay, let me type process here. Process. I have analyst here, and let me check all the fields here. And we don't have any process. Uh, the value. I think because we're not actually ingesting the syslog for some reason. We're not actually getting the syslog. It's all coming from varlog.auth log, if you notice here. And this process, you can find it on the syslog. So to solve this lab, I think I have to go ahead and try to get the value from the tail here. Could be many player here. Let's go ahead and try this one. No, the process type is this one. PID, PID. It's memory. Is it memory? Let's see if memory is memory. No, it's something else. And the only way to fix this is by going through the. Yeah, let's go to this path first and try to do for the log. Let me go to the path here. Makes it easy for me to just copy and paste. Let me just go to the, not to the Splunk, just to the CD Splunk. Just go to CD opt, yeah, CD uh, Splunk forwarder and ls, and go to CD. Okay, I think this is it, right? Bin, no, CD bin. We're supposed to go to CD bin. Then add the forwarder, which is already added. So, but let's just try it. Do it anyways. Permission denied, no problem. Sudo su and paste this one. Forwarder already present. Okay. Now let's go and add the system. But I think maybe there's some mistake on how if you go to ls bar logs, okay, you're going to find the syslog here, this one. So this is what we need actually. We want to add that monitor here and add the index Linux host. That's it. So this should work. Added monitor. Okay, now it's working. Now it's working. That's good. So since it's working, now we are going to go ahead and test this one first. See if it will work. And yeah, and also we need to add an analyst. I think we already added, but let's add it again. No problem. Add another. Maybe it will ingest it already. Whatever logs we have, it's going to ingest it. So let me go ahead now to my here. So now let me just search again. Yes, this time I'm finding syslog here. So I will have source field. Maybe I'll get the fields here. Maybe I'll have the process field here. Yes, I have the process field. So add it, and here we can see it's add user. Process, the value of the process field is add user, and we can just paste this one here. Done, and we will complete the lab. Just completed the room, and that's it. Thank you for watching, and we're going to continue to later on this part. Okay, Splunk dashboard and reporting. I'm going to try to finish this one as well today, and then we'll move on to data manipulation, which is 90 minutes, so it might take us more time. Yeah. Fix it is 60 minutes. We're going to try it all. We're going to complete all actually. But at least today I'm going to try to finish this one. Splunk dashboard and reporting. And tomorrow we will do this data manipulation. Fix it also we'll do it tomorrow, no problem. If we have time. So we will finish Splunk tomorrow and we'll start elk stack. Thank you for watching and see you on the next session.